I'm Tom Whalen with Dee Dee from Frederick County Animal Control and Adoption. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
We haven't seen each other. We had Tuesday fell on a couple of the big holidays recently. You can go to my Facebook page, and I saw these guys in the paper over the weekend, so they're already celebs. Bert and Ernie, they're two budgies, tiny parakeets that somehow came to the shelter. How did these guys come to you?
Well, someone brought them to us because parakeets are active and noisy and messy and tons of fun to watch. But sometimes when people get them, they think that they're going to be a really easy pet. And they choose a bird instead of getting a dog or a cat because they don't have to be walked. But with the cage cleaning and the chirping and the being creative with their feeding, because a lot of people think that birds eat seeds. And actually, birds only eat seeds in the winter when they can't get their real food. So budgies need some mealworms, some fresh fruit, some greens. So it is a big, and they have to have showers. So there's a lot of care involved with budgies that people don't know until they get them. And they can live 15 to 30 years.
They're beautiful birds. We used to have budgies in our house. And every time you bring a new pet in, we hear a story about how Dina killed one of these pets in her childhood. Because, hey, Dina, go right here. Now, weren't you saying how you killed the budgie in your house?
I didn't mean to kill him. He was flying around in the garage, and he flew and sat on my leg, but he was pecking my leg. And so I wiggled my leg to make him stop, and he fell off and cracked his head.
Great.
In the morning, he was dead.
That's great. Okay.
So I'm forever
Well,
a
they
bird
have little
killer.
tiny heads.
Well, I'm sorry.
Okay. No, I'm sure. All right. And do you advise if you're going to get a budgie to have two? Aren't they happier with somebody else to chirp with?
Because they are meant to be in flocks, we would like Bert and Ernie to go together. And they do prefer having company, but something you can think about is if you are sure that you're going to spend a couple of hours every day, trim your little budgie's wings, teach him to step up on your finger, give him a little playground and play with him, then you can have one.
Wow, that's a lot of responsibility.
Yep.
And they do make messes as cute as they are.
Yes.
You have to clean the cage out. Now, is it true that if you have a couple of budgies, any time of the day, you want to shut them up, can you throw a blanket over their cage?
No, it doesn't really work. If you budgies are quiet at night. When it's dark, they're in the real night. They're quiet. You can sometimes put a blanket over their cage and make them understand that you wish it were night. But if you do that too much, they'll just ignore it.
Once again, it all comes down to education before you take an animal home.
Yeah.
And that is a lot. That is a lot to know about budgies because they're so cute and they're affordable.
Yes.
And they're everywhere.
And female budgie is the Guinness Book World Record holder for human words mimicked.
Oh, is that right?
So they're great little talkers. Their
No
voice,
kidding.
Yeah.
Oh, so you got to watch what you say in private.
Yes.
It could come out in public. So we have Ernie of Bert and Ernie fame, and we'd like you to adopt them together. The number to call if you're interested is 301-600-1546. He's a cutie. Thanks for bringing him by.